Raw, it's not very good right now. The women's division, suffering a little bit. And it's pretty funny because over and over again, there's not enough talent there. There's not enough good talent. It's funny because there was Lacey Evans, there was Peyton Royce, there's Sonya Deville. And for some reason, someone in the creative team can't see a champion in them. Well, I'll tell you who can. The Demon King can. Zen! This is for you. How I would book Sonya Deville as the Raw Women's Champion. There's not a lot to go off with Sonya Deville. Why is there not a lot to go off considering when she joined with Absolution, when Paige returned, there was her, Mandy, Sonya Deville, Absolution. That was a while ago now. I don't know the specific times behind it, but I'm saying this about 4 years now. And within those 4 years, Sonya Deville has done nothing, not been used. She's been used in the tag team at the beginning where it seemed quite equal, then she was used as the side piece to Mandy Rose. Meanwhile, all along, all of us have been watching saying, there's a star here, there's a star here. So, I took it upon myself to do this. So let's get it, hopefully. You know what I mean? So, we're going to kick off with Monday Night Raw. It's the Raw before WrestleMania. There's a contract signing between Rhea Ripley and Asuka. This is crashed by disgruntled WWE female superstars. Why have they crashed the party? Why have they crashed a contract signing what doesn't involve them? Well, I'll tell you why they've crossed it. Because in this story, which, listen, it's not far off that, you know what I mean? There is no women's tag team match going ahead at WrestleMania. So the only matches they do have on the card, out of about 18 matches, is Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair and Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. But all the other female talent are left off the card. So we get a contract signing, it's crashed by female talent such as Naomi, Peyton Royce, Liv Morgan, Lana, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Bayley, Natalya, Ruby Riott, Carmella, Billie Kay, Tamina, and more. I don't know who else is more, but I just thought I'd throw in more just in case I miss someone. They're here because they're saying to Adam Pearce, listen, this is disrespectful to us. We didn't go through this to be left off the WrestleMania card. One of the biggest WrestleManias in our books, because the first WrestleMania where fans are finally allowed back in the stadium. It's the first WrestleMania after a pandemic where we're trying to lift the country and the world with our sports entertainment, and you've left off the card. Pearce tells the ladies that he's taken this into accountability, and what he's planning to do is he's going to put a women's battle royal together at WrestleMania 37, and it will be for a title opportunity of their choice, which is basically saying that if you run SmackDown and you win, you get an opportunity at Bianca Belair or whoever's going to be, which obviously Bianca Belair, when we know that. Or if you're on Raw and so on, you get a shot at Asuka or Rhea Ripley. Peyton Royce she takes the belt off Asuka and she holds it up as a symbol to say, listen, your time's coming, we've all got a shot to get a title shot, and I'm coming for you, meaning me, because Peyton Royce is on Raw. Asuka hits Royce with a kick, and all the women start running in the ring. A returning Sonya Deville. The music hits, Sonya Deville comes down to the ring, visibly angry, but look, with a mission, with a mission in her heart, you can see it. She slides into the ring. We haven't seen her since the previous year. Hitting each lady with a roundhouse kick to you, roundhouse kick to you, taking them all out, standing back to back with Mandy Rose, who is taking the other half of the women out with the running knee. I don't know what that knee's called still, but it's pretty badass. And they're standing back to back, left side to side, both standing there looking down at the floor at the Raw Women's Championship. They look up at each other, the copyright sign comes up at the end, and we finish with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville in the ring together. Now, we know that previously they had the feud with each other, and then Sonya Deville left, and then we know that she went through some stuff in her personal life. So in terms of kayfabe and stuff in real life, we know that they're friends again. That, you know what I mean? They can't really get away with it when it's been something so serious. So we'll let them off with that. So for us, it's a shock that we don't know what's going on. Are they friends? Are they not? Or are they just standing back to back? So we don't know. We go on to WrestleMania 37. As I said, that was the Raw before WrestleMania. WrestleMania 37 hits. The women get underway. But what happens is they realise their match is on the kickoff show and it's not part of the regular settings. The women go for it anyway because they're not about to fail on the opportunity. So we get that Battle Royal match. We get to the culmination, the coup de grace of the Battle Royal match. We're left with Peyton Royce, Sonya Deville and Liv Morgan. The ladies are in 3 positions in the ring. The fans are going crazy. Why are the fans going crazy? Because they look at the ring and they see 3 women who haven't been utilised. 3 women who are talented enough to go on and do bigger things in their career, but so far have nothing. Yes, Peyton Royce was the first women's tag team champions with Billie Kay, the Iconics, but nothing came of that. They didn't even get to defend it very much. Same, Liv Morgan, part of the Riot Squad, probably the worst used in the WWE in terms of repackaging, kind of bringing back and then made her a lesbian and then kind of sent her away. And then obviously Sonya Deville, where as a fan of wrestling, you can see Sonya Deville's talent. You can see that she's an actual fighter. She's an MMA. She has a strong MMA background. We know that she's solid in the ring, but she's never been utilised. So that's why the fans are losing their mind, going crazy. Very, very happy with this. Sonya, in this match, she's had her best WWE performance yet. She's eliminated Naomi, she's eliminated Nia, Bayley, and she's eliminated Mandy Rose, all from this Battle Royal. As the women go to engage with each other, the bell rings. No one's been pinned, no one's been submitted. Something's going on here. Corey Graves grabs the mic and he lets the ladies know, due to bad weather, this match cannot continue due to the safety of the WWE stars and the fans. Michael Cole says on the commentary, due to scheduling of WrestleMania, that match can't be rescheduled for a later date in the WrestleMania, not on night 1 or night 2. We get a small backstage segment between one of the matches where it's the end of the Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon match, and it pans back to the changing room. Sonya Deville's watching the TV and we can see her smashing the changing room up, smashing it up visibly to say as a symbol, that match means nothing. It means absolutely nothing, and we've been left off the card, or we've been put on a kickoff show where we didn't even get to finish our match and gain our opportunity. So Sonya was invited. She got to promo from the heart, talking about this isn't about women and this isn't about men. This is about WWE talent and being disrespected at WrestleMania. She says the ladies were disrespected. Originally, there wasn't even on the card. Then when you put us on the card, you put us on the kickoff show. And then once you put us on the kickoff show and we get into our match, you end the match and don't even give us a chance to have that title shot still. She says that me, Liv and Peyton, as much as I don't like those beep, we all deserve a shot at that title because we didn't get that match. We move on from there, we go on to the following Raw. After that Raw talk, Adam Pearce comes out and issues matches for the women to book a spot in the women's Money in the Bank. Sonya, Peyton and Liv Morgan make their way to the ring, all on the same page, speaking from the same hymn sheet, pretty much saying that we should automatically be put in to that Money in the Bank match, considering we were the final 3 at WrestleMania. We did not lose, but we did eliminate all those other women. Adam says, no, he's the boss, he's made his choice, and that's how it's gonna be. Sonya grabs the mic off Adam Pearce, says she's made her choice too. Roundhouse kick to Liv Morgan. Roundhouse kick to Peyton Royce. And then a roundhouse kick to Adam Pearce, and heads out of the ring to get a chair. All the refs start coming to the ring and security. Mandy Rose comes down to reason with Sonya to tell her to calm down. Bow to the forehead of Mandy Rose and takes her out too. We move on from there. We have the following Raw on the next Monday. Sonya books her place in the Money in the Bank match, beating Shayna Baszler clean on Monday Night Raw. This is the last match, it was the main event of the show. Adam Pearce comes out at the end and says, well done Sonya, but due to assaulting a WWE official, you have been suspended indefinitely. Minimum of 30 days, which means you will not make it to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Sonya grabs the mic and she says, if I'm not in that Money in the Bank match, no one is going to be in that Money in the Bank match. She laughs, almost eerie like the Joker. She rolls out the ring, climbs over the barricade, and leaves. We go on from there. We have the last Raw before Money in the Bank. Now, I know it seems a bit far-fetched at the moment, but to be fair, it's been 3 Raws. That's about fair enough, you know what I mean? It's a booking. So, we have the Raw before Money in the Bank. We have the Raw before Money in the Bank. A match was made between, a tag team match was made for the main event of Raw between Nia Jax, Bayley, and Shayna to take on Peyton Royce, Liv Morgan, and Mandy Rose. These are all the women that are entered into the Money in the Bank by qualifying the previous week, apart from Shayna Baszler, obviously, who lost the match. But because Sonya was suspended, she took that place. So we're going from there. Mid-match, we see a Sonya Deville, who was dressed as a ringside security guard, jumps over the barricade with a baseball bat in her hand. She starts to take out the talent one by one, bit by bit. She had already warned Adam Pearce the week before, if I'm not in this match, no one else will be. She starts to take out each superstar. All the superstars are down. Mandy, again, tries to reason with her. This is the last person, everyone else is down on the floor, they've all been physically injured. Sonya Deville, she gives her the visible signs to say, I agree with you, but then she takes out the kneecap of Mandy Rose. She grabs a chair, she grabs a mic. She puts the knee of Mandy Rose in the chair and holds the baseball bat to the chair, grabs the mic and says, Adam, get your ass out here right now. Pearce comes out, tries to tell her to stop. The referees are coming out as well, but they're scared to enter the ring because one slip and she's breaking the leg of Mandy Rose. She says to Adam, reinstate me now or I break her leg. Mandy's on the floor crying. Sonya, don't do this, don't do this. Adam gives in because obviously his job is to protect his talent. He gives in. Sonya says, I knew you would. Weak men. Bow! To the kneecap of Mandy Rose. Bear in mind, I told you that there was a chair in the way. She breaks the leg of Mandy Rose. Yeah, it's kayfabe, break a leg. I don't want her to hurt for real. But she breaks the leg of Mandy Rose. And you know, like that, it is what it is. So, from there, does it anyway. And on the mic, she says to Adam, and I'll take her spot too. So obviously, like I said, Mandy Rose hadn't made it to the Money in the Bank match, but now Sonya Deville has put herself into that match. We go on from there and we go into the Money in the Bank, and this is the coup de grace of the booking. And I know you're saying at home, you can't wait to see what happens at the end of this, but right now, if I ended the video right now, I've already done a better job than WWE. You know them way there. Anyway, Money in the Bank. The match gets underway, all women are in the match. They all go straight after Sonya Deville. Of course they're gonna go straight after Sonya Deville because of her actions on the previous Raw. She had injured all these women bit by bit. There's women with injured ribs, knees, legs, arms. She didn't aim when she was hitting people with that bat, she just swung. So, while all the women are down, we get a Billie Kay skipping to the ring with her resume, running round to the injured women who are on the floor. Do you want to take my resume? Do you want to take my resume? What do you even mean? She's going around to all the women. She gets round to Peyton Royce, who was down. She grabs Peyton Royce up off the floor, she helps her up. Best friend settings, iconic! They both do the pose, the fans are going crazy, and then Peyton hits Billie Kay with a forearm, screams, stop messing around! I don't know about the Australian accent still, but what do you even mean? She tells her to stop messing around, this isn't a joke. Billie Kay's on the floor holding her jaw, visibly shaken up. Only came down to help out. You know what I mean? She's harmless. The women all get back to their feet. Obviously the fight continues. Bayley and Sonya team up to take out the competition. They take out the competition and they're both standing there with the big ladder. Obviously, you know, the extra long ladder. They both grab each side of it. They're looking at each other. They look up at the briefcase. They look at each other. They set the ladder up and both women on each side of the ladder start to scramble to get to the top. The trading blows at the top. Boom, boom, trading blows. Now, this is where the details of my brain works. People probably won't remember when Bayley won her Money in the Bank and cashed in on Charlotte on the same night. Who did she knock off the top of the ladder and then go on to win? Well, it was Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Mandy Rose was about to win that match. Sonya Deville was the one helping her out behind it. They were both in the match. Bayley's the one who knocked him off. So I'm connecting them both together. This is This is a feature we've seen already, but from the other side now, where Sonya has the upper hand. So they're both fighting each other, both of them climb the ladder, they're going back and forth through it. It looks like Sonya is about to fall off the ladder. She grabs her arm on there and she grabs Bayley's leg and pulls it through the ladder and straps on a knee bar while Bayley's in the ladder. Bayley's fallen backwards, so if you can imagine, her back is arched over the ladder, her other leg is arched on this side of the knee bar. She's holding her tight, and then Sonya turns her head towards Billie Kay and screams, "You wanted a job, here's a job." Billie gets excited, she jumps into the ring, and Sonya just says, "Hold her there." Billie, excited, wanted a job, grabs the hair of Bayley, holding her back so Bayley cannot move. Sonya slowly gets up, she climbs to the top of the ladder, grabs the briefcase, and Sonya Deville is Miss Money in the Bank. We're going to the main event of the show, which was Rhea Ripley versus Asuka in a rematch of the WrestleMania match. Why is it a rematch? Because WWE like to throw in rematches, and once again, this is about Sonya Deville, so it's not really important who is the champion. They go back and forth. Rhea Ripley obviously beats Asuka again because she's not going to lose the title that quick. Rhea Ripley wins the match. People are waiting to see, the fans are looking at the entrance. Is there going to be a cash-in? Is there going to be a cash-in? There's no cash-in. Rhea goes to the ropes. She celebrates. She rolls out the ring. She goes to the top of the ramp. She does her little Rhea Ripley, that scary kick she does where it looks like she's going to kick the ceiling. Stamps down, the pyro goes off, smoke goes off, and through the back, bow! Roundhouse kick to the back of the head of Rhea Ripley. And Sonya orders Billie Kay, bring her to the ring. Billie Kay grabs Rhea Ripley by the leg and they drag her down the ramp to the ring. She picks her up, Billie rolls Rhea into the ring, and then Sonya just takes a slow, steady walk behind her to the ring. Sonya grabs a chair, she steps in the ring, she has a chair, she has a microphone in the ring, and she sits over the lifeless body of Rhea Ripley. So she's actually sitting on the chair, which is on top of Rhea Ripley. She grabs the mic, she says, "This is what happens when you don't let fighters just fight, when you mistreat your superstars. Now all you're gonna get is violence. Ref, I'm cashing in the Money in the Bank." Billie takes the briefcase to the ref. The ref cashes it in. Sonya stands up. She removes the chair off the top of Rhea Ripley and just stands there, leaning in the corner of the ring, steady, waiting for Rhea to get back to her feet. The bell rings. Roundhouse kick to the face. 1, 2, 3. Sonya Deville is your new Raw Women's Champion. I think you the savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share.